So this video is all about how healthy living is lately just becoming way too expensive. For our family specifically, it's been just kind of a hard journey figuring out how to afford it all. And we do have a solution that, of course, I want to share with you as well. But before we get to that, you're probably thinking, who the heck are you? So I am not a health guru. I'm not a health expert. I am not an influencer. What I am is a mom and a wife, and just someone who's really, really sick and have been really, really sick of paying such high prices for things that we should all be able to afford.
So I'll say that I think it was around 4 years ago when we first started really hearing about how bad seed oils are. It's pretty interesting because we originally were still using vegetable oil, and then we heard that that wasn't so good for you, so we switched over to canola thinking, oh, now we're so healthy. And then within maybe a year of that, maybe a little more, suddenly we're hearing that canola is really bad, canola is a seed oil, and then you have to switch to something like avocado oil. Kind of ignored that for a little bit, to be honest. We didn't do that right away, but the more I heard about it, and then of course watching YouTube, I came across some Bobby Parrish videos, and before I knew it, I was like, oh, we have to get rid of this canola oil. So we went to Costco, like probably most families do, and we were standing there in the aisle and we see that the avocado oil is, I think it was 4 times the amount that we were paying for our canola oil. And it was just sticker shock, literally right there in the middle of the store. And I remember looking at my husband, and he didn't say anything, but it was like, how are we gonna afford this? And then also our kids were younger at the time, and they were like, there is no way that we're gonna use this oil, or we don't want to eat anything that's made with this oil if it tastes anything like avocados. So of course they had no idea, that it had nothing to do really with the taste of avocados, but they're just not fans. So they were like, this is not going to work. So the whole thing was kind of like a big switch. But long story short, we did buy this avocado oil because we felt like we really had no choice. It was our family's health over can we or can't we afford it? And we're like, we have to do this. After we switched to the healthy oil, of course, it didn't stop there because we thought, oh, okay, eventually prices will go down. This is like becoming the norm. It's just going to be what everybody gets, and they're probably going to get rid of the seed oil. So this is what's going to be the new thing, and it's going to go down. But little did we know that it never stops with one product, right? Obviously. And before we knew it, we were switching our mayo, we were switching different shampoos, we were switching our laundry detergent, which also was astronomical compared to what we were paying before. With each product that we swapped, we felt good about it, but we also felt guilty about it. I know specifically for me, I was like, how the heck is this practical? Like, how are we going to be able to continue doing this long term? But prices really are going up, they're not coming down. I would say also this year specifically, I think prices have been going up even more. And for that reason, we just had to do something. We had to figure out a solution. Now, I don't know if I was being dramatic at the time or not, but what I do know, what I'm pretty sure that I was pretty clear about, is that as parents, as families, especially middle class, regular families, we shouldn't have to choose between our family's health or our kids' health and the price of what it is that we're paying, right? It shouldn't be one or the other. It shouldn't be like, oh, we can afford this or we can't afford this. Of course you want health for your family, right? For me, I felt like I wasn't worthy in a way. And I know to me, even now, saying it out loud sounds weird, but I felt like maybe we weren't worthy and maybe we were imposters and we were trying to go in and be, people that we weren't and trying to spend money that we didn't have. I don't look at it that way anymore because I truly believe that all of us should be able to afford healthy for our family and clean for our family. And that's why we ended up building Your Healthy Deals. We call it YHD for short. And basically this idea came to me after I was downstairs in the basement in my husband's office. And I remember looking over his shoulder. He was working, he has like 2 different screens. And one of the screens was actually open to a spreadsheet. And then I looked at it and I'm like, Joshua, what is that? And he told me, he's like, oh, this is the spreadsheet for like the different prices of avocado oils and laundry detergents. And I looked at it and I see that it's like per ounce and how much it costs. And I remember looking at that and in that moment thinking, this is not normal. And another thought that popped in my head was also like, most likely we're not the only family that's dealing with this, because a lot of people, right? And I'm not saying everyone, and everybody has their own way of doing things, but a lot of people want to be healthier. A lot of people want to give their families non-toxic, healthy, clean products. That's what we want for our family. But at the same time, we can't always afford it. And maybe we do go to such extremes of, data analysis with spreadsheets. I know for me, I didn't even know my husband was doing this. He's a programmer, so he was kind of doing it on the side. But when it caught my attention, I just knew it wasn't normal. And in my head, something popped. I'm like, for sure, there's other people dealing with this issue.
So yourhealthydeals.com, which is a brand new website that my husband built, came up because I was really getting sick and tired of looking for all of these different discounts and deals online. I would spend my time going on Amazon, going on Target, going on Walmart, and all of these different websites to see what I could find that was on sale, that obviously our family was already using, and ordering things because they were cheaper. Of course, the whole reason why I was even doing this was because everything was too expensive. And just from that frustration and wanting to solve this problem, that's how Your Healthy Deals was born. What if this thing could exist where there was one site or one place that had all of these products that we want anyway, and they were curated, and we could go and we could find discounts on them, and we could get alerts when they're on sale. And he was just kind of quiet, right? And then it was like maybe a day or two, I don't remember, something later, and he suddenly goes, oh, I think I could probably build something like that. And I looked at him thinking, huh? Like, is that even a thing? Like, how would you do that? But in his own quiet way, he took some time, and he did. He showed me something pretty rough in the beginning, and it was rough. The site is only pulling products from Amazon. Of course, we want to get it to all the other sites as well. But in the beginning, it was just Amazon because it did take time for the price trackers to start working. So for a good, I would say over a month, the prices were wrong. The website was pulling the wrong prices, the wrong deals, and it was kind of like, oh, is this going to work? Me not being a technical person, I was like, oh, I knew it. I knew this was way too hard. That's why it doesn't exist, because, this is too difficult and nobody can do it. But with time, my husband was able to figure it out, and we are able to now actually track deals on specific products that we specifically chose, that we curated ourselves from Amazon, that were things that we would buy ourselves for our family, that we feel comfortable buying. So right now, what I would love to do is to actually look at the website and show you what it's about. Here is the website. I'm actually so excited to show it off. Okay, so Your Healthy Deals, this is our little logo. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit. And here you straight up, right on the homepage is the featured deals. So for example, right now we can see that Simple Mills almond flour crackers, we buy these, are $13.71 as opposed to the regular price of $26.88, which saving close to 50% there. We have some stuff here. We have some fitness, some attitude, Derma E. Going down a little more, there's actually an avocado oil. That's so funny. An avocado oil is actually on sale right now. And by the way, by the time you guys, hopefully someone sees this video and checks out the site, these might be totally different, right? Because it just depends on what's on sale, what's discounted, and that's what our site will pull in depending on what's going on that day in that moment on Amazon. Right now, I want to say, I think we have around 10,000 products that we are curating. We specifically went and picked different brands, different products. Here, actually, I'm just looking and I'm like, oh my God, there's actually some Acure brightening facial scrubs. Yeah, so just showing you a little bit of what's on sale right now. Going back up, I do want to show you here, right on top, we have the categories. So we have beauty, we have clothing, fitness, grocery, home essentials, personal care, pets, and wellness. To give you an example here, let's go into beauty. And then as we scroll down, we see the Acure products, the Derma E, the Pacifica Kale, yeah. So yeah, just a lot of really cool stuff. Also some cocoa kind I'm seeing. So this is just what you can expect if you do check out Your Healthy Deals. You'll just see most likely things that you're anyway buying.
So now you got to see the site for yourself. I hope you liked it. I hope you'll check it out. That's what this is all about. It's about getting people to actually get onto the website, give us feedback, let us know other websites, other stores you want to see on there. Eventually, what we'd like to also do is try to get specific products from you. If there's a product that's not on there, a product that you love to shop for, that's a healthier and cleaner product, you can let us know just by sending us an email through the website or even in the comments in this video, and we will find that product and then we can track that product as well. One thing I will tell you is that we actually right now, we're not making any money at all on this website. A lot of people might think, oh, you're doing this to get affiliates and everything. Of course, one day, yes, we would love to make some money on this website, but right now we don't even have affiliate links set up at all. I think that's something maybe that could come down the line. And even so, from what I'm hearing, affiliates is really not the way to make money. So right now we really are just trying to see if this is something people want, if this is a problem that other families have. So thank you so much for being here. I will tell you straight out, this is the first video I have ever made for anything. So it's definitely been a fun adventure.